we are. Here we are, boys. Here we are, back with episode. Here we are, boys. Here we are, back with episode 301. Okay. I had to make sure the audio it was working because I wasn't sure, guys. I wasn't sure. Anyways, here we are, boys. Here we are, boys. Here we are, back with episode 301. Back with episode 301 to come share with you, boy. Here we are, boys. Here we are, back with episode 301 to come share with you, boy. Anyways, guys, before I get into it, here we are, boys. Back with episode 301 to come share with you, boy. So, before I get into it, guys, I have to rate this every stream. I have to rate this every stream. Every time I'm doing these, guys, I have to reiterate this. I have to rate this every stream. Every time I'm doing these, guys, I have to rate this. If at any point in the stream you hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment, and that's why I stutter, and that's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get into it. So when we talk about, I've got all my gaming stuff. I've got all my gaming stuff and all of my music stuff organized. I've got a new song up on the channel. I uploaded it yesterday. Silent Screams is up on the channel. So yeah. Okay, I've got a new song up on the channel. Go listen to it if you want. Also, guys, I've got all my stuff organized. I've got all of my gaming stuff and all of my music stuff organized. So feel free to check any of that stuff out if you want. Also, guys, what do we talk about here? What do we talk about here on the channel? And we talk about anime, manga, comic books, history. We talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, and psychology, as well as music, movies, and TV, practically anything to do with the entertainment industry as a whole. So yeah. Also, guys, I am a reader, writer, and storyteller. Guys. I'm a reader, writer, and storyteller. I'm still working on everything, guys. I'm still working on the White Knight, on Ogre's 8, on the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Evelyn itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger, if you guys. However, all that stuff, guys, all the books, all the stories, all that stuff does take time. So guys, with that being said, guys, I also, hang on, I also do this every night, guys. I do this every night, Monday through Saturday, from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m., 6 nights a week, Monday through Saturday. So yeah, that's my streaming schedule and all that. Also, guys, last night was the Q&A, episode 300. It was last night, so I hope y'all enjoyed that. Because the next one, the next Q&A, guys, the next Q&A is episode 400. So you have to wait another 100. You'll have to wait another 100 episodes in order to get the next Q&A. So yeah. Anyways, guys, with all that being said, I've got an hour to kill. It's somebody I want to talk about. Hello, my dear viewer. Hello, how you doing? Also, guys, actually, no, I know what I'm going to talk about tonight. Because I saw the film yesterday. I saw James Gunn's Superman yesterday. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm a huge comic book geek. I love Marvel and DC Comics. My favorite superhero of all time is Superman and Spider-Man, Marvel and DC respectively. So my top two favorite superheroes of all time, Spider-Man and Superman. Yes, those are the obvious and cliche answers. I don't care. They're the honest to God truth. So let's talk about James Gunn's 2025 Superman. Okay, let's talk about it, guys. It is so good. It is so good. Go watch it, guys. Go watch it if you haven't already. James Gunn. It was the future of the DCU is so good, guys. I love this film. D- David Cornsweet. D- David Cornsweet is a phenomenal Superman, and Nicholas Hoult is a phenomenal Lex Luthor. Everything about this film is so perfect. For the longest time, guys, for the longest time, Superman has been misunderstood. And for the longest time, Superman has been misunderstood by so many people. They claim Superman is boring and overpowered and not interesting. Wrong. 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 Wrong, 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 wrong. So, for the longest time, guys, for the longest time, hello, my dear viewer, hello. What's up, Smokey? How you doing? How you doing, High Chief? Welcome, High Chief, welcome. So yeah, guys, back to Superman. So, for the longest time, Superman has been portrayed as this all-powerful god-like figure, of which, do not get me wrong, guys, do not get me wrong. Superman is extremely powerful. Superman is extremely powerful. Do not get me wrong. But that is not that is not Superman. Henry Cavill is a phenomenal actor. Henry Cavill is a phenomenal actor. Henry Cavill is a phenomenal actor, guys. He's a phenomenal Superman. He looks like Superman. Man of Steel, it was just a terrible movie and a terrible script. Zack Snyder does not understand. Zack Snyder did not understand Superman. Zack Snyder could not write a Superman movie if his life depended on it. Guys, Zack Snyder is a phenomenal director and phenomenal writer. Do not get me wrong, but when it comes to Superman, he has no idea how to write him. James Gunn does. Because here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. 1978, the Richard Donner, Christopher Reeve film, perfect. The first Superman, Christopher Reeve, phenomenal. Because here's what is Superman at its core? What is Superman at its core? What is Superman? Who is he at his core? He is a superhero with all these superpowers that was raised. He's just a simple farm boy. He is just, at the end of the day, Superman is just a simple farm boy from Kansas, raised by Ma and Pa Kent, Jonathan and Martha Kent. He was raised with good values, good lessons, to care about humanity and have empathy and sympathy, etc., etc. And he fights to keep that peace. Which I love this film so much because James Gunn knows how to write Superman. David Cornsweet, dare I say it, David Cornsweet mirrors that Christopher Reeve energy, that big blue Boy Scout, that never-ending hope and goodness and kindness and optimistic viewpoint. Because Superman is hope. Superman is compassion. Spoilers, by the way, because I'm going to go into spoilers, guys. If you haven't seen the film, go watch it. If you haven't seen James Gunn's Superman yet, go watch it because I'm about to go into spoiler territory. So, so David Cornsweet pulls off Superman brilliantly. He tries to save everyone. Like like there's a scene like y'all have seen it in the trailers, right? Y'all have seen it in the trailers to where he's fighting this big kaiju monster. He tries to defeat the monster in a humane way without killing it, knock it out, and send it to a Kryptonian zoo or something like that. Also, Crypto is in this movie, and Crypto is the goodest and bestest of boys. So, Superman saves everyone, or at least he tries to. He tries to defeat the big kaiju monster in a humane way. He saves people. He saves people. He when the he, when he knocks the monster back and the monster and the big kaiju monster falls back and knocks over a building, and the building is about to collapse onto a car, onto on, onto 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 a woman's car. Superman stops the building from falling, so that way she can get on. So that way she can get on through. And then Superman saves a wild stray squirrel. Superman saves a wild stray squirrel, a wild animal. He swoops in, snatches it up, and saves it. This is the Superman. This is the Superman we've been missing. This is the big blue Boy Scout that we've been missing, guys. This is the Superman we need. Y'all remember back? Y'all remember back in the 1978 film with Christopher Reeve in the very first Superman film, when Lois Lane asked him, "Wait, who are you?" and he just replies, "A friend." That right there is Superman. Also, guys, I love the costume in this film. James Gunn's and David Cornsweet's Superman costume is phenomenal. Truly, is phenomenal. Here we got the blue suit, and with the Kingdom Come, here with the Kingdom. Here we got the blue suit, and with the Kingdom Come S, and with the trunks, and with the red trunks on the outside of the costume. It is phenomenal, truly phenomenal, because this Superman is approachable. He's friendly. He's kind. He's sweet. This Superman is utterly phenomenal. Is utterly phenomenal, guys. Plus, however, what is the greatest hero without his villain? Let's talk about Lex Luthor for a second. Let's talk about Lex Luthor in this film, played by Nicholas Hoult. Now, for those of you that don't know, in Nicholas Hoult originally auditioned for the role of Superman, but didn't get it. He saw David Cornsweet waiting for his turn to audition, and he didn't even have the audition yet. David didn't even have the audition yet, and David didn't even have the audition yet, and Nick looked at him and said, "Yeah, that is Superman. That is Superman." So, the future Lex Luthor auditions for the role of Superman and doesn't get it. he looks at David Cornsweet, who's about to audition, and says, yes, that is Superman. And then that same actor who didn't get the role eventually lands the role of Lex Luthor. That is that is phenomenal. That is beautiful irony added. That is a beautiful, beautiful, and that is irony at its finest. Because, oh my god, this Lex Luthor is phenomenal. This Lex Luthor is a irredeemable, evil little and it's so good, guys. It's so good to have a pure evil villain without any redeeming qualities. Without any redeeming qualities, guys. This Lex Luthor is a selfish a-hole without any regards. This man literally makes a giant kaiju monster just to distract Superman. Lex Luthor hates, bloody hates, and despises Superman because he's an alien from another planet and he's come and this alien has come to help the people, and Lex hates that. He despises Superman simply because of the fact that he's this all-powerful alien and he has all the world's attention. Lex Luthor is a billionaire, is a billionaire, probably on the level of Bruce Wayne rich, and he wants the world's attention. He wants the attention that Superman has. I love this Lex Luthor because he's so petty and so childish. It's so freaking phenomenal. Nicholas Hoult, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Beautiful Lex Luthor. Perfect adaptation of Lex Luthor. Beautiful. I mean, this man literally puts people in danger left, right, and center just to draw Superman out, because Clark is that heroic and selfless. God, I'm just over the moon right now, guys. I'm just over the moon. Because here's the thing, the second this film's out on DVD, the second this film is out on DVD, I'm going to buy it. What's up, Hawk? How you doing? Hawk? Yes, episode 300 was last night. I'm sorry, my friend, if you did miss it. Now you have to wait until episode 400 for the next Q&A. Either way, guys, back to Superman. So, the dynamic in between Lex Luthor and Superman in this film is so good. I mean, this little bald bastard does some of the most devious I've ever seen. In a Superman adaptation. Lex Luthor is so petty and so brilliant that he literally, oh my god. This film is so good. This film is so good, guys. Like, Lex is a brilliant man, and he knows he knows how to get to Superman. He hasn't even met him. To put all this into perspective, right? Superman, Clark Kent has been doing this for 3 years already. Clark Kent has already been doing this Superman thing for 3 years. And for 3 years, he's been doing this Superman thing. And Lex has been studying him. He's been studying every fight, every maneuver to learn how to beat Superman. And he has certain moves to do so. He has certain moves to do so. The main move, and if you're a comic book nerd like I am, if you're someone with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of DC Comics read like I am, if you are a true super nerd, if you are a true super nerd, if you are a true Superman, a fanatic like myself, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say 1A. When I say 1A, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But for those of you that don't know, 1A is basically the main move that Lex Luthor does to try and kill Superman. It is so freaking good, man. It is so freaking good. Plus, Lex is so petty. Lex is so freaking petty. I freaking love it. Lex Luthor is so petty. It's okay, my dear viewer, it's okay. Lex Luthor is so freaking petty. God, it's so I can't tell you why. I cannot tell you why he's so petty without going into major spoiler territory for the film. I cannot tell you why and how he is so petty without going into a major spoiler. So sadly I can't do that. Even though I desperately want to. Even though I desperately want to, guys. Even though I desperately want to. Also, guys, another theme of the film. Another theme of the film is punk rock. Punk rock. Now punk rock is a music genre. So yeah. And Lois Lane makes fun of Clark's taste in music and when it comes to punk rock. Because what Clark listens to really isn't what people think of when you think of traditional punk rock. It's more so positivity. It's more so positive punk rock or whatever. It's so brilliant though, guys. Maybe that's the real punk rock. To be kind, to be good, to try and be better. To, to try and be a symbol of hope. To try and be like Superman. To be kind, to be good. And that is, you see, okay, screw it. I'm gonna go, screw it. I'm gonna tell y'all is some things. I'm gonna tell y'all is some things about the film. This man, this little man here, Lex Luthor, is a pure evil genius. Because he creates a pocket dimension. He creates a pocket dimension just to destroy it, just to tear the fabric of space and time to try and kill Superman. Lex Luthor steals a strain of hair from Superman to get into the Fortress of Solitude to try and get that message of, and guys, the message from Jor-El and Rora, aka Clark's birth parents, aka Kal-El's birth parents, from Krypton. It says, rule them. Rule them with great power. Rule them with great fear and power, my son. Rule them with great. Rule over them with fear and power, my son. Conquer them. Rule over them. So Lex enters the fortress, steals that message, and then leaks it all over the world. The world turns against Superman. Lex Luthor shows the world that message, the full message, and because it's kind of damaged, and because the message, the message got damaged on it as Kal-El was being delivered to Earth as a child, the message got damaged and all that. So Lex recovers the full message, leaks it to the world, and the world immediately turns against Superman. So now with the entire world against Superman, Superman still is humble and kind and just hope. Now that's not to say that Superman Clark doesn't get angry or upset or sad. He does. It's just not in this dramatic, big, explosive way. Now, Crypto, like I said, is Superman's dog. However, Crypto is not Superman's dog, but Superman's cousin's dog, Supergirl. Crypto is Supergirl's dog. Crypto is her dog, and Crypto is this little pain in the. Crypto's a pain in the ass. He's the bestest and goodest of boys, but he's an obnoxious little shit. Crypto is a obnoxious little shit. He is a rambunctious puppy. He is just chaos. I love it. Anyways, so Lex Luthor tears open a portal in the very fabric of space and time itself, creating a black hole. That's just the bare minimum, though. That's just the bare minimum of what Lex does here. Lex steals Superman's hair. He steals a strand of Superman's hair. He steals a strand of Superman's hair. Lex Luthor steals a strand of Superman's hair and creates Ultraman, which for those of you that don't know, Ultraman is the Earth 3 Superman. Ultraman is Earth 3 Superman. And because in Earth 3, the heroes are the villains and the villains are the heroes. I find that very, very fascinating, and that's just me being a comic book geek, etc., etc. But I was like, oh my god, I know this character. I know what Lex is doing. Also, no one dies. There's not a single death in this film, besides one. One man dies in this film. I can't remember his name. I cannot remember the character's name if it dies in the film. But there's only one major death in this film, and that's because he cares and helps Superman, and he's just an ordinary citizen. He's just an ordinary person, of which that's what all these people are. Ordinary average Joes. Ordinary average people. You see, Lex Luthor is a phenomenal villain, Because this man is so petty. This man is so petty that not only does he leak the main message from Clark's actual parents, Jarrell and Laura, and that message says, says, rule over them with fear and power, conquer them, my son. He leaks the message. He leaks the message to the world, and that turns the world against Superman. But this man is so petty. Lex Luthor is so petty and so childish that he literally starts a war. Lex Luthor literally starts a war in between two nations. Just to kill Superman. Just to kill Superman, Lex Luthor starts a war in between two nations. Just to kill Superman. That's how much this man hates Superman. He's willing to kill all of humanity if it means killing Superman. You see, this is what I've missed. This is what I've missed, guys. A pure evil and vile and despicable villain. Because, guys, no more cynical Superman. No more dark and brooding Man of Steel, Henry. Now, I'm not saying that's Henry Cavill's fault. No. Like I said earlier, guys, Henry Cavill is a phenomenal actor. I've seen him in a few movies besides the DC films, and he is a phenomenal actor. I've got nothing against Henry Cavill himself. He would have made a perfect Superman if he was given a better script. If he was given a better script, I believe Henry Cavill could have been a generation-defining Superman. But when it comes to writing Superman, Zack Snyder doesn't know a damn thing about writing Superman. He doesn't know a damn thing about writing Superman. Alright, my dear viewer, alright. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow. But yeah, guys, this man is so petty. Nicholas Hoult does Lex Luthor so well. He does Lex Luthor so well, guys. He does Lex Luthor so well. And to think he auditioned for the role of Superman and didn't get it. He saw David Cornsweet waiting to audition, and he pointed at David and said, yeah. He pointed at David and said, yeah, that right there, he is Superman. He is the Man of Tomorrow. He is Big Blue. He is the Man of Steel. He is Clark Kent. He is Superman. Guys, this man literally started a war in between two nations just to kill Superman. That's so petty. That's like, oh my god, Eve levels, man. That's like so, oh my, I'm buying this film. I am buying this film on DVD the second it comes out on DVD. I'm buying this film. Also, guys, there's one more thing. There's multiple things I need to talk about with this film. There's multiple more things I need to talk about with this film. There's multiple things I need to mention about this film. Number one, Superman only raises his voice twice. He only truly gets angry twice in the film. once at Lois when she's interviewing him, and Lois is more cynical and more like quote unquote realistic about the world's perspective and the way its society is going. And Superman is like, and she's interviewing him and asking him all these political and geological questions, and he's like, look, look, I was just doing what was right, what was good, and then Lois keeps pressing him. Lois keeps pressing him for more answers because she is a journalist. She's supposed to get to the truth. Plus, side note, guys, side note, at the start of the film, hey, before the film even starts, this shocked me when I first saw it. This shocked me in the theater yesterday when I watched the film. Lois already knows. Lois Lane already knows Clark Kent is Superman. I found that very, very interesting. I found that very, very interesting, guys. So she asked him if she can interview him as Superman, and he basically says, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and give it a try. So she interviews him, and here's what I love, guys. Here's what I absolutely love about this scene, about the interview between Lois Lane and Superman, aka Clark Kent. She says, "Oh, okay." She presses the record button on her phone, and the interview starts. She says, Superman, and then he responds, and then Clark responds, Miss Lane. But if you notice, guys, and this scene is in the trailers too, so it's not spoilers technically. So in this film, in this scene, guys, in this scene, she says, Superman. He replies, Miss Lane. But he leans in. He says, Miss Lane. Clark says, Miss Lane. He leans in, shoulders back, straight. He's like super straight, shoulders back, head up. He completely does a 180 on his personality and body language. It becomes more confident, more powerful, and his voice, the vocal and his vocal inflections change. He does that brilliantly. From the second he says Miss Lane, she's no longer talking to Clark Kent. She's talking to Superman. Guys, go look up that trailer and go watch that scene, and you will know what I'm talking about instantly. I promise you. The only other person I've seen pull that off is Christopher Reeve. Because in the 1978 film, in the original Superman film, Clark asked Lois out on a date. And she's getting ready and everything. Lois is getting ready for her date with Clark. And as she's getting ready, he takes his glasses off, he straightens up, shoulders back, chest out, and his voice, it becomes deeper. And Christopher Reeves changes the vocal inflection in his voice, and he pulls that off brilliantly. Christopher Reeve goes from Clark Kent to Superman back to Clark Kent. Well, in the new film, David Cornsweet does the exact same thing. He goes from Clark Kent to Superman instantly, and it is so good, guys. It is so good. So what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say here, guys? What am I trying to say here? I'm saying David Cornsweet might just be David Cornsweet might just be the modern day Christopher Reeve, and that is high praise. That is high praise coming from your boy. That is high praise coming from your boy. That is high praise coming from your boy. Because Christopher Reeve is the best Superman I've ever seen. And the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen is Michael Rosenbaum. Of which, funny enough, guys, both David Cornsweet and Nicholas Hoult, David Cornsweet is Superman, and Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor. Both of them grew up on Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum's Smallville. Tom Welling was Clark Kent and Michael Rosenbaum was Lex Luthor. Now, Michael Rosenbaum is the best Lex Luthor I've ever seen. Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor in Smallville is the best adaptation I've ever seen put on screen up until Nicholas Hoult. Nicholas Hoult grew up watching Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor, and clearly he was writing down notes. He was jotting down the notes, taking inspiration. Oh my god, guys, I love this film so much. I love this film so much. I love this film so much, guys. I love this film so much. Yes, Smokey, yes, I dare say it. I dare say it, guys. I dare say it. David Cornsweet might just be the modern day Christopher Reeves. Like, oh my god, dude, there is so much. There is so much I want to say about this film. There is so much. There is so much. There is so much. There is so much I want to say about this film. But guys, if I truly did that, guys, it'd be a longer stream than last night's stream. Of which last night's stream was the Q&A, guys, and it was a 2-hour stream. Last night's stream, it was 2 hours long. Why? Because it was episode 300. Why? Because it was a Q&A episode. Guys, if I wanted to truly dive into this film, and I mean truly dive into it, analyze every little thing, it would be a 8-hour stream, no questions asked. No questions asked. It would be a 8-hour stream. It would be a 8-hour stream, no questions asked. But sadly, I can't do that, guys. Sadly, I cannot do that. But if the bottom line is, this film is goated instantly. I'm buying it on DVD and Blu-ray whenever it comes out. Whenever it comes out, I'm buying it on DVD. Also, guys, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of a broader saga to come. Superman, James Gunn's Superman in the DCU is the beginning of a much larger story, just like in how 2008, just like how in 2008, Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau started the MCU with Iron Man. You know how the MCU in 2008 started it with Iron Man and led into and all of that led up to Avengers Endgame in 2019, and that was like what a I think that was like what an 11-year journey. I think it took 11 years to tell that story. To tell that story from 2008's Iron Man up until Avengers Endgame in 2019. I think that was 11 years or so, right? James Gunn is doing the exact same thing. James Gunn is doing the exact same thing. And for those of you that don't know, James Gunn is the one that wrote and directed the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy for the MCU. So yes, Gunn is a very, very good writer because I love the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. It is so much fun. It is so good. It is, it's, it's damn near perfect. Just like this film. Just like Superman 2025. Just like James Gunn's Superman is damn near perfect. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Now, if I. Now, guys, this film is practically perfect. If. It would be hard, right? It would be hard for me to find issues with this film. With this film. It would be hard for me to find issues with this Superman film. With Superman 2025. Anything negative, any critiques I have of the film, anything negative, any critiques I have of the film, it would just be nitpicking at this point. It would just be super, super minor issues at this point. Of which, guys, Superman was created back in 1938 by Superman was created in 1938 by Jay Siegel and Joe Shuster. Back in 1938, two Jewish boys created Superman. And they wanted to create something that inspires hope, that inspires goodness and kindness, and they did that. Superman is now a cultural icon. Superman is now a cultural icon. And I am so glad that we are out of the dark and brooding era. I'm so glad that we are now out of the dark and brooding era of Zack Snyder's Superman. Time to get back to simpler times. Time to get back to simpler times. Because guys, truly, guys, truly, guys, this film, David Cornsweet, James Gunn's 2025 Superman film, has a buttload of references to 1978 Superman, the original movie. There's a lot of callbacks. There is a lot of callbacks to the original, to the OG Superman film. There is a lot of callbacks in this film to the original 1978 Christopher Reeve film. There's a lot of callbacks. For example, Christopher Reeve's son, Christopher Reeve's son, is in the film. He makes a cameo appearance as a as a new as a news broadcaster on a TV in one scene, and then we have two more cameos, and then we have two more cameos in the film that are so good. Jerry Siegel's grandchildren are in the film in the background. It is so good. It is so good, guys. It is so good. Like this film, just go see it, guys. Go see it. And because I'm not doing it justice, me ranting and raving about it and praising it and just telling y'all all this fun stuff about it, I could go on and on and on for hours and hours and hours, but it still wouldn't do it justice. It still wouldn't do it justice, guys. Go watch the film if you haven't already. Go watch the film if you haven't already. Go watch the film if you haven't already. Yes, bloody yes. Go to a movie theater and watch it. Or watch it on digital, because I believe it's now out on digital as well. Yes, Lois Lane was obviously in it. Lois Lane was obviously in it. I'm doing good, Frankie. I'm doing good. But yeah, guys, this film is so good. No. Obviously, there's kryptonite, guys. Obviously, everything in the Superman mythos is in this film practically. Everything in the Superman mythos. If you are a die-hard Superman fan like myself, if you are a Superman fanboy, if you are a Superman fanatic, if you are obsessed with the Big Blue Boy Scout, if you are obsessed with Superman and with Clark Kent and with Kal-El, I just referred to him in his three major names. If you are obsessed with this character like I am, then everything you want is in this film. Everything you want is in this film. If you are a die-hard Superman fan, this film is for you. This film is for you. Yes, Crypto does have a lot of scenes. In fact, Crypto's a huge part of the film. Crypto is a huge part of the film, guys. Crypto is a huge piece of this film. He is a phenomenal character. He is the bestest of boys. He is the cutest of boys. He is the best of boys. Plus, guys, this is just the first chapter. I mentioned the MCU earlier with I mentioned the start of the MCU earlier with 2008's Iron Man with Kevin Feige and Sean Favreau. I did that for a reason, guys. I mentioned the MCU for a reason, because now it is James Gunn. Now it is James Gunn's turn. Now it is DC's turn. James Gunn is building the DCU, the DC Cinematic Universe. Now it is James Gunn's turn. Now it is James Gunn's turn to do what Jon Favreau and Kevin Feige did with the MCU back in 2008 with Iron Man. Now it is James Gunn's turn to do the same thing. And because, guys, there's a lot of other cameos in this film. Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Guy Gardner is in the film. Oh, which that was a hell of a surprise to me. If it Guy Gardner, it was in the film. Hawk Girl is in the film. Not Shiara. Not Shiara. Kendra. Kendra is in the film. Kendra's Hawk Girl is in the film, not Shiara. So, and then we have Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific in the film. It's so good. It is so good. Yes, Mr. Terrific is in the film, guys. Mr. Terrific is in the film. Guys, I cannot recommend this movie enough. I can't recommend this film enough. Go watch it. Go watch this film if you haven't already. It is bloody fantastic, guys. It is bloody fantastic. It is phenomenal. Please, 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 please go watch this film. Please, please, yes, yes, yes. Maybe that's the real punk rock. Maybe being kind and good and helpful and hopeful and sympathetic and empathetic is the real punk rock. Because guys, I am so glad to have the hopeful and uplifting and joyful and happy and just overall kind and good and the empathetic and sympathetic and the emotion, and I'm just super glad to have a good Superman back. I am so glad. I am so happy to have a good Superman again. I am super happy. I am super happy to have a good Superman once again. However, guys, also guys, James Gunn is setting up the DCU, of which, like I said, is DC's version of the MCU. So, this is just the first piece. This is just the first piece of many. This is just the first movie of many. So guys, there's a lot of other cameos. There's a lot of other cameos in the film. Like when Superman is fighting that giant kaiju monster, right behind the monster is a big belly burger teasing the Flash. And then there's a later scene to where Superman is flying and he passes a Jitter's coffee shop. That's also another teaser for the Flash. Plus, there's Chaco's teasing the Martian Manhunter because that is his favorite cookie. Chaco's is Martian Manhunter's favorite cookie, if I'm not mistaken. So guys, bottom line is go watch this film. Go watch this film. Truly, guys. I know this was a very chaotic and very rambly Superman review. But guys, please, if you haven't already, go watch this film. Go watch James Gunn's Superman. It is so good. It is so good, guys. It's too good. It's phenomenal, baby. It is phenomenal. Go watch it. Go watch James Gunn's Superman. Highly recommend it. I'm buying it the second it comes out on DVD. The second this film comes out on DVD, I am buying it. Maybe that's the real punk rock. And yes, guys, there's so much I missed. It will not, in my viewing of the film, I got a lot of this stuff. I noticed a lot of hidden details. And what I mean by there's so much stuff I missed is in the stream, because I'm having trouble recapping everything I saw, every little thing I noticed in the film. I'm having trouble recapping and retelling here without spoiling too much of the film that I saw. I'm trying to keep the spoilers brief, and I just need y'all to go watch this film. I need y'all to go watch this film. Truly, I'm buying it the second it comes out on DVD. I'm buying it. The second it comes out on DVD, I'm buying it. No questions asked. No questions asked. I am buying this DVD the second it comes out. Anyways, guys, we've hit the hour mark. And we've hit the hour mark, guys. We've hit the hour mark. And with that, anyways, guys, we've hit the hour mark. Also, guys, per usual, I'll leave the link to their channel, to Citizen Social's channel, in the description down below. I'll leave the link to their channel, to Citizen Social's channel, in the description down below. Anyways, guys, we've hit the hour mark, and with that being said, y'all know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications. So that we never miss a video, and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am outie. I love you guys, and thank you guys. Man, it is so good to have him back. It is so good to have a real Superman back. It is so good to just have a good and happy man back.